Focusing on the essentials, the Turbo S Cabriolet is unmistakably 911. Customers always demand more, especially when it comes to power, performance, and driving dynamics. The Turbo S Cabriolet offers all that and the joy of open-air driving. An impressive 700 Newton-meters of torque is available between 2,100 and 4,500 RPM, which is 50 Newton-meters more than on the Turbo, with the best acceleration figures from a standing start ever for a Porsche, and a top speed nearing 200 miles per hour. Daytime running lights sit just above the low left and right air intakes, which feature titanium-colored slats. While the front air intakes help push the front-driven wheels into the tarmac, the rear wing that deploys at 75 miles per hour does the same for the rears.
Tech. Cutting-edge aftermarket automotive technology. Using an explosively pumped flux compression generator to fire a military-grade electromagnetic blast 2 times faster than currently deployed technology.
The Super Snake is a package offered by Shelby to enhance the power and looks of the Ford Shelby GT500. Everything a balls-to-the-wall muscle car needs. With an increase of 16 horsepower of boost on the Whipple supercharger, the peak power of the 5.4-liter V8 has been increased from 550 bhp at 6,500 RPM to 750 bhp at 6,200 RPM. If the driver is able to harness all this extra power, they will complete the standing quarter mile in 12 seconds flat, with a speed of 120 miles per hour at the line. The hood is now one giant air scoop designed to push as much air into the supercharger as possible. A prominent carbon fiber splitter can also be seen, which will certainly help push the front tires into the road when trying to corner while accelerating. The chances of owning the new Reventon Roadster? 1 in 700 million. Costing a cool $250,000 more than the Reventon, this car is also limited to only 20 examples. With 40 years of building open-top cars, Roadsters are a way for Lamborghini to add that extra emotional component to their technological expertise. Where the engine in the Reventon was a tuned version of the LP640's engine, the Reventon Roadster features an engine almost identical to the one used in the hardcore LP670 4 Super Veloce. Unlike the Reventon, the exclusive paint used has a matte gray finish that is brought to life in sunlight due to the inclusion of metal particles. The wheels are formed of 5 Y-form spokes, which include a carbon crescent-shaped fin that helps cool the brakes even further.
The cops are onto us at every level, but there is one area where they can't match us. Speed. Your cars are being fitted with the latest speed enhancement, the turbo system. Activate the turbo, and within seconds, the system will engage and give your car a rocket-powered kick of acceleration and speed. The system is very volatile, so you can only attempt a limited number of launches during the race. Good luck.
The original Gallardo is the most successful Lamborghini of all time, with 7,100 being sold. The new Gallardo LP564 has a more powerful engine and is 20 kilograms lighter, resulting in an increased performance without an increase in emissions. Traction has also been increased over its predecessor, thanks to improvements to the four-wheel drive transmission, suspension, and aerodynamics. A smooth underbody and rear diffuser helps to suck the car onto the road at higher speeds. The new Lamborghini Gallardo LP564 is a master at taking corners fast. An optimized weight distribution of 57% to the rear was achieved by placing the engine lengthways, hence the LP, longitudinal posteriore, in the model description.
Confirmed. Spike strips are authorized for use. Spike strip deployed. Vessel requesting a roadblock.